We find that condensation becomes a big issue, especially around the start of autumn right through to winter. It's a very difficult one to tackle. Condensation is all down to ventilating rooms. So we, as older adults and a family, produce X amount of litres of water per day that's dissipated in the air through washing, bathing, cooking, etc., and just exhaling our breath basically. Now that moisture in the atmosphere has got to go somewhere. Invariably it's on your single glazed windows, and can be on, if it's really cold outside, it can be on your double glazed windows. So even though you've got double glazing, you can see or find that you get condensation. The best way to deal with condensation, although the building regs have changed last year for new windows, and that's to involve a trickle vent with most new windows, but again it's down to ventilation, because a trickle vent is a small way of ventilating a room. If the ideal situation, if you have family round and you're cooking, and we all know it gets we can feel the humidity, and that as soon as that humidity hits, the windows get worse. So opening the window to ventilate the room to get the humidity out, and then just close it, and then the ambient temperature will build up again. But it's losing that moisture content within that room or room. So another thing to look at is sometimes on double glazed units they break down, and it appears there's condensation on the outside or the inside of the window, but in fact it's on the inside of the unit, which indicates the unit has broken down. You can get some condensation on the outside of the glass, on the new glass, which has got low emissivity glass. It does sometimes condensate on the outside of glass now, but condensation these days on the internal of the windows does cause a lot of problems, because unless you take the water or wipe it away, it rests where the glazing bars are or where the hardware is, which then rots the window. The other thing with condensation is to consider is that if the room isn't well ventilated or the window's not opened, there can be a build-up of black mould, which obviously we know is harmful to inhalation, causes problems with asthma, etc., etc. So condensation is a big problem. We often get asked, well, double glazing, if we go from single glazing to double glazing, will that solve my condensation problem? The answer is no. It may help, but there's no given. If you've got a certain amount of moisture in the air, it will still continue to go to the coldest part of the room, which is invariably your windows. So you'll see, even on double glazed units, it can be like a little U shape, if you like, and it will build up there. Not as much as single glazing, but it will. Secondary glazing, likewise, you can put that on a window, but there's no guarantees there. There is no guarantee for curing condensation other than ventilation.